Namaskar, dear devotees and friends. This Wednesday, we are going to listen from Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna an unique statement that he made. He said, those who have sincerely practiced meditation and japa must come here. So we will discuss on that. So let us begin as usual with this mantra. Tava kathamritam tapta jivanam kabhi virilitam kalmashapaham Shravana Mangalam Sri Madatatam Bhubi Gnanti E Bhurida Janaha. The last Wednesday that we discussed about what is Adya Shakti. And it was Kali Puja, Durga Puja also we observed. So it was Shakti, the Adya Shakti. Adya means primal. And this Adi, Adya. So Adya Shakti, the primal Shakti, the power that is from the beginning. Shakti is power, Adya, the primal power. Then what is this primal power? The power by which God has created this universe. So that is called Adya Shakti. There are a lot of discussions are there, different views are there, philosophies have developed on that. The God is creating out of what? So all this we have already discussed and you all know. This Adya Shakti, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he says you must have to accept. As long as you are in this body, you are in the realm of Maya. As long as I feel I and you, this difference, you must have to accept this Adya Shakti. The power is working. Then, slowly, when you go closer to and closer to the God, then you can feel, yes, it is only the one and nothing else. That one is the Brahman. And he was mentioning where the mind attains peace by practicing the discipline of neti, that is Brahman. There Brahman is. So what is Brahman? Brahman means all-pervading consciousness. And all-pervading consciousness, where it is in the earth, it is in the air, it is in the water, it is in my body, it is everywhere. But not this one. Consciousness is there. But consciousness is there in an animal. But animal is not God. Consciousness is there inside the God, animal. So by that neti, not this animal, not this world, not my this body. Like that, when we go on negation, giving up, slowly, we reach to a place where my mind is in rest. It is in peace. So how I will understand that I have realized Brahman? There will be no searching at all, no question at all, no doubt at all, no fear at all. Only peace, only joy, only happiness. You need not to ask a question, have I realized Brahman? You yourself will know. That Brahman means peace. Brahman means total happiness or bliss. Why it is like this? Because there is no desire. When there is no desire, completely desire has already gone, then what will remain? That is Brahman. The consciousness manifesting through peace, through happiness, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning like this. Then the Pandit with whom he was talking, he mentioned, one sees God beyond the realm of Maya. That is general conception. Realm of Maya. What is Maya? Adya Shakti. What is Adya Shakti? The primal power of God. And what is that primal power of God? Sattva, Raja, Tama. These are the three qualities. and he is covering the truth and superimposing something on that truth. These are the 5 things. Satya, Raja, Tama, good quality, mixed of good and bad, and completely bad quality. These are called Satya, Raja, and Tama. These 3 qualities constantly, they are creating different things, and at the same time, it is covering the truth, superimposing something else on it. That is the power of Maya, and with that whole creation. How it is covering? There is the classical example. There was a rope, and a person saw a snake on that rope. So what happened? He covered the rope, which is true, which is there, and then superimposed snake on that rope. This thing, where from it came? From that Maya, from that primal energy or primal power or Adya Shakti. So this is the way I am explaining Adya Shakti from the point of view of Vedantin, but the Tantra will explain in a different way again, because the Adya Shakti is their god or goddess, and they are worshipping the Adya Shakti. But these are the power which is called Maya again. Better to say Maya. This Maya Shakti, which is covering the truth and superimposing something wrong, false on the truth, and then reaction, Satya, Raja, and Tama. So this is called the Maya, realm of Maya. You have to go beyond that. How you will go beyond this? Light. You have to bring the torch light and can see, oh, it is not the snake. It is only the rope. The moment you come to know the truth, then fear goes away. We are constantly thinking that I am this body. Before getting this body, where I was, after I die, where I will be, mostly we don't think about that. We always think that I am this body. Now the fear that I should not suffer in this body. And what I do, I always try to get something which will make me happy. So that is the way whole thing goes. But I came to know that I am the consciousness. I have only put on this body on consciousness and calling myself Swami Ishatmananda. But actually, this figure, this form is not me. That is called knowledge. The Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna says, but after realizing God, one finds that he alone has become Maya, universe, all living beings. Then I come to know, oh, nothing. This consciousness, it is projecting different forms. There is a light, focused light, and there will be a film with different pictures. They roll before that light, and that goes and projects on a white screen. We see the different forms, different names, so many animals, so many birds, and the beautiful nature, human being, varieties of things. But behind that, what is there? Light. So similarly, the consciousness is that focus. Consciousness is that light. Before that, Maya is passing its negative, that film that's moving, just like movie. So this is the ultimate knowledge. The moment one realizes that, what he feels? Oh, everything is nothing but that consciousness. The light is the main thing. So this is the way, very simple way we can understand. But the consciousness which is present everywhere, it can take form and it can give up that form also. That is what Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna says. It cannot, no, we cannot say that. Even though it is a temporary effect, but temporary, it is there. I cannot this moment deny the world is around, world is there. I cannot. Because when I pinch, I feel the pain. When I'm hungry, I'm feeling that. When a friend is coming, I feel joy. I cannot deny that. How can I deny there is no world? As long as I am not. So this is the practices. So when I am practicing slowly, what actually I practice? I try to understand what is this mind. I'm not trying to concentrate on the body. Shankaracharya, is that famous book, there he mentions the body is nothing but mixture of all these. The bone, marrow, blood and all that. And that's why he mentioned the book, the name of the book, The Crest Jewel of Discrimination. Crest jewel on the top. After tying your hair and all that, or turban on the top, there's the best jewel they put. Previously, the kings used to have those things. So that is discrimination. And discrimination means bichara. Nowadays, the word discrimination, some of the modern people say, no, that word should not be used. It is not discrimination, it's analysis. It's okay. Analysis. When analyzing this, what I find, the body is nothing. All bodies are same. And inside the body, there is something, a consciousness, which we call mind. But that is also not independent. That is also colored. Sometimes it is happy, sometimes it is unhappy, sometimes moves in this way, sometimes moves in that way. That means it is not original. Original thing will never change. What is original will never ever change. Anything that is changing, that means it's a mixture of something. The mind is changing. Mind is very subtle, completely subtle. Body is gross, but the mind is subtle. But mind is also not that independent thing. Which is that independent thing? So we go further and further, analyzing the mind, then we find the mind is going and getting some information through 5 sense organs. And those sense organs going out and giving the information of 5 objects. Rupa, Rasha, Shabda, Sparsha, Gandha. And the nose is only for Gandha, the smell. Rupa, the eyes are going and they see the form and bring back the information to the mind. So mind is getting information from these 5 people constantly and making different type of ideas. Oh, that man is bad and this person is good and this is beautiful, that is. So all these things goes on because of this 5, and it's called ahara. It is not through only the tongue that we eat or the mouth that we eat or taste. It is all the 5 organs constantly feeding. So ahara, the Sanskrit word means feeding. It's going on feeding. So the mind, what we should do, first we have to stop that. That is called meditation. When you stop those feeding, the supply, the more and more it is supplying to the mind, it is so difficult to categorize. So stop this supply. The moment you stop the supply, and then slowly clean up the whole stock that came before, that is called Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta means the storehouse. Chitta is that store where all the impressions from the past life, in the present life, all has come. So that will be cleaned. But first we have to control the supply. I don't need this now. Enough. After controlling that, I go to my store and take out all the bad things and leave it. No, it's not necessary. And slowly, slowly, it becomes Chitta Shuddhi. And in that Chitta Shuddhi condition, what there remains? There is nothing but consciousness. Because the mind is nothing but the reflection of the consciousness. Now, we go back to the original thing from where the light is coming and reflecting on the mind. And this is called meditation. Meditation focused back to the source. And source is that light, which we call God or Brahman or something like that. Mainly, it's better to say Brahman. The Brahman is that consciousness. So Sri Ramakrishna said, if you go back to that level, then you will find that it is actually that everything is nothing but consciousness. Then he was telling, I hate the idea of being called Pandit. The Pandit means the Sanskrit learned people. There's a shut up another the doctorate and all that. It's a Pandit, Shastri, like that. Different. They get all these certificates. Now this he called. I hate to being the called a Pandit. That is due to the grace of God. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, we read this, God is very far away from the mind tainted with worldliness. God is very far away from the mind tainted with worldliness. What is the worldliness? World we know, mixture of these five, Rupa, Rasa, Shabda, Sparsha and Gandha, nothing else. So the Hindus are very specific. They are not confused. They make it so many varieties, millions and trillions of varieties are there. But they have researched and found only five. Yes. Now the shortlisted, the five. Now this five is world. And this five, this world, the form and the smell and the taste and the touch, all these five only is the world. So they made it much easier by saying Nama Rupa. What is the word? Nama and Rupa. Nama means there is a name and Rupa is a form. Without the name and without the form, there is no world at all. The moment they find out something, some unknown star, immediately they will give it the name. David 1, David 2, David 3, something. Otherwise, we won't be able to have the conception of that. So, Nama, the name, is necessary, and Rupa, a form is necessary. So, Nama Rupa is the Jagat. And this Jagat is, when it is there, when we start thinking that this is the permanent thing, this name and form, and we try to grab it as maximum as possible, that is called worldliness. It is, we can say, foolishness, because it won't be there. If you go back to the pages of the history, all these kings that we see nowadays, of course they have changed the terminology of they are not king, but the presidents and the prime minister or these or that, whatever. But they are behaving like those kings we read about them in the pages of the history. What did they do? They also thought in the same way, I am going to be permanent. I have to capture maximum portion of the world. I should be the most powerful person. And where is he now? If we read, then only they are remembered. If we don't read the history, they are gone. But the next man will come, again he will think in the same way his predecessors thought. I have to capture, I have to become the famous, I am permanent. Again he will die someday. Again the third man will come, fourth man. They're going on. Now if you just step back from this flow and you will see the madness. What is there? Nothing. Are they happy? No. Are they making others happy? No. Then why they're behaving like this? That is called Maya. They do not know why they are doing, but they are compelled to do. No, don't think that they are doing. Compelled to do. Something is forcing them to do like that. I have to purchase this land, property. If you go and talk to the rich people, constantly thinking about the money. They're having so much. Ask them to spend it in their lifetime, they won't be able to spend even properly. Even then, they cannot stop. That is called Maya. And those people, those who are thinking this world is permanent, and world only this Nama and Rupa, and there is nothing else, they are worldly. Let's call it worldly. So these worldly people, God is very far away from them because they will never think about it. So this is called the worldliness. The Pandit is telling, yes sir, God is far, far away from worldly intelligence. And God is very near where that does not exist. I visited a certain Jamindar, one Mukherjee of Uttarpada. He is now an elderly person, but he listens only to the stories and novels. The Pandit is mentioning. Because that Jamindar, he can't think anything else than those type of stories and novels. The very funny thing, if you see from the beginning the movie or the story, the novel, we'll find the same thing is repeating. Only names are changing, places are changing, but same thing is repeating. If you read one story, actually we read all the stories of the world. Same thing is going to be repeated. Someone is cheating this, someone is and only the names are changing, places are changing, the story goes the same. As I was telling about the kings, our life is also the same thing. But we think that is permanent. What else we will do? That is the wrong thing. There is another, when everything is changing and we can observe the changes. I was a little boy, grown up, I became old, and I am going to die. Changes. My mind subtle, but when I was a child, I used to think like this. As a young man, I used to think like this. And the old person, I am thinking like this, changing. But I am observing the changes. That means something is there permanent. Otherwise, you won't be able to observe the changes. When we can observe the change means there is a contrast. There is something which is permanent, which is static. Then only we can understand the change. And what is the static? I. I was a little boy and I grew up and I became old and all. I is constant. And what is this I? Body? No. Body is changing. What is this I? Mind? No. Mind is changing. And what is this I? That is consciousness. The religion is not that. Sometimes some people think, oh, this is all useless thing. Somebody mentioned like that. And some people will be telling, only to make the people fool and get their money, religion is this. No, it is not like that. Religion is pure science. And when you are practicing, sometimes bad people will utilize it for their own purposes. That is different. Medicine saves our life. Medicine also kills us. The doctor saves our life. Doctor can be a very terrible person. You go for something and he will do something else. So all type of knowledges are there which you can use properly for the benefit and or for misuse. Religion is also the same thing, a power. Sometimes you can use for the betterment, you can use for your destruction. Fire you can use, that's Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, with the help of the fire you can cook and eat and can become satisfied. With the fire you can burn and you can kill people. Fire, you cannot complain. Fire is fire. Religion is also like that. Religion means understanding And then the mind becomes so broad. Oh, what I am thinking, why I am thinking in this way, why I am all the time afraid. Nothing is going to happen. I was born in such and such time, I will be dying. That is the whole period. Why am I unnecessarily going to make other people unhappy? Let me be happy and make people happy in this period. That is the whole thing in the life, to become happy. So Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning, and when the Pandit says that this type of people, even when they are old, they don't think about God, they don't think about the other life, they only think about, then what happens? Again they will come to that circle. The mind is a very terrible thing. The mano eva manushyanam karanam baddha mokshaya. It can bind you and it can make you completely free. Bind means, again, the 6 changes. First is birth, and then goes like that, death. Jayate, asti, bhartate, viparidhyamate, vipakshiyate, mriyate. So when I am born, that means I am going to die. That is for sure. In the meantime, there will be some changes. I will grow, and the decay will come and all that. So these are certain things completely, you cannot change it. No one can change it. So in that case, there must be something else. That is exactly what the Gautama, the prince, he thought. There must be something which is beyond this. Yes, the beyond is that knowledge. The knowledge of eternity. The moment you realize that knowledge, you are in the realm of happiness and completely free from fear. The Pandit, he is mentioning, it is Sri Ramakrishna mentioning. It is further said in the Adhyatma Ramayana that God alone has become the universe and its living beings. Now another question is, who created this universe? God. And out of what he created? Out of himself only. There was nothing else. So God has become good man, bad man, everything. So that is called Adhyatma Ramayana. That means it's the path of knowledge. Ultimately, we reach over there. Ultimately, we can understand this. Swami Vivekananda's father, he used to give some money to a person who was a little drunkard, and he used to smoke hemp and all that. Then one day, young man Narendra, he told his father, why you give money to that man? Do you know how he uses that money? I know that. You do not know how much pain is there in his heart. The poor fellow cannot sleep. In the night, he smokes hemp and then goes to sleep. At least that much joy in his life. So I give little money so that he can purchase little the hemp and can smoke that. And can sleep at least the night. A tremendous suffering in his mind. I help him in that way only. So this consideration comes when your mind has felt the suffering of other people is also same like me. When I suffer, what happens to me? I feel somebody should come, hug me, and then talk to me and help me to go out of this. Similarly, the whole world, the people who are suffering, they also feel like that. When that feeling comes, you are a human. Before that, in the animal level, you only live for yourself. Selfish. I just only survive and let others die. I don't bother about it. So that is a selfish level. And then comes the human level. From the human level, divine level. And what is the divine level? Swami Vivekananda, one day, he was pacing up and down in his room in Belur Math, and he was crying. It was almost midnight. Not almost, it was midnight. Another Swamiji, he used to stay by his side. So he was going to, I think, toilet. So he saw Swami Vivekananda is pacing up and down in his room. So he knocked and came inside and told the Swamiji, any problem? Can't you sleep? Swamiji said, how you people could sleep? Can't you feel the suffering of millions of people who cannot go to bed with some morsel of food? How could you sleep? The feeling of suffering of millions, that in his mind. And he felt that a lot of people are crying. And next day in the newspaper it was published that somewhere in Turushka there was an earthquake, a lot of people passed away, died in that. So this feeling is coming in the mind, the broad mind, loving each and everyone, feeling for everyone, that is divine level. Love is there. But when I love only my kith and kin, I'm very ordinary. Then I start expanding the love. It goes out to the neighbors and my countrymen, my people of the same religion, same culture, same linguistic group. Like that it goes on. Then time comes when you feel for everyone. But similarly, the religion means it is a transformation. The Hindus, they never convert. Conversion means, whether you believe it or not, you must accept my ideology and behave like that. So I am imposing my idea on you, thinking that it will be good for you, but I am imposing all those. That's conversion. But this transformation, they go on telling, look at it. What is dharma? In the Mahabharata it says, what you expect from others, you must practice that for others. That is dharma. I want attention. I want respect. I want freedom. These are all expectations that I want. And without that, I cannot survive. Similarly, when those people are coming to me, they are working under me, I should also feel like that. That is called dharma. And that is not opium. And when you feel for others, pray for others, help others, your mind expands and slowly, slowly you come to know that each and every soul is nothing but the same expression. When that knowledge comes, mostly out of emotion we do, and good feeling, that is good, then they are doing it. And then ultimately, the realization comes, I am not doing, I am not helping anyone, I am only helping myself. And then I come to that point where I see I have become everything. It is my consciousness which is everything. So that Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning. It is further said in the Adhyatma Ramayana that God alone has become the universe and its living beings. The Pandit was delighted. He recited a hymn to that effect from the 10th chapter of the Bhagavata. In the 10th chapter of the Bhagavata, that says in this way, Krishna Krishna Mahayogim Tvam Adya Purusha Paraha. O Krishna, mighty yogi, Mahayogim, thou art the primal supreme Purusha. Tvam, thou, Adya Purusha Para. This universe, manifest and unmanifest, is thy form. Bhakta abhyakta idam vishyam rupam te brahmana viduhu. Krishna Krishna Mahayogim Tvam Adya Purusho Para. Bhyakta abhyaktam idam vishwam rupam te brahmana viduhu. Tameka sarva bhutanam deha atma indriya isharaha. Thou alone art the soul, the sense organs, the Lord dwelling in the bodies of all. Tameva kalu bhagavan Vishnu Rabbaya Isharaha. Thou art the subtle, great, and made of Satya, Rajas and Tamaha. You are the great Prakriti, made of Satya, Raja and Tamaha. Tvam Mohan Prakriti, Sukshma Rajas Tamamayi, Tameva Purusha Adhyaksha, Sarva Kshetra, Vikarabrit. Thou alone art the Purusha, the Lord, dwelling in the bodies of all. Now, this is in the Bhagavata 10th chapter. 10th chapter gives the idea about the Sri Krishna. Now, who is Sri Krishna? Everything. Now, we are worshipping Sri Krishna and closing the door. Hey, you should not touch me. I should not eat your food. You should not come near me. You are downtrodden. Now, this is Krishna. In the Bhagavata, that is the biography of Sri Krishna, that shows everything is nothing but Krishna, and I, when worshipping Krishna, behaving peculiarly. Now, whom to blame? To that religion or the person who is practicing it? He is not understanding at all. Whom he is worshipping has become everything. That's why Swami Vivekananda, of course, in the beginning, Vivekananda was also having the restrictions. You won't look at the theatre halls wherever on any footpath in the Calcutta. If that side there is a theatre hall, he will change the path to go, because he used to hate those people. Now, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said, how this can be? You are reading in the Upanishad, Ishavashamidam sarvam yatkincha jagatyam jagat. Anything that you see is nothing but that God. How can you hate? You cannot hate. That is also God in that form. You need not to become that, but you cannot hate them. That same Narendra who became Vivekananda, afterwards, after the realization, he said, Jibe prem kare jai jan, shei jan shebiche ishar. In Bengali, he wrote that beautiful poem, and he said, whoever is worshipping, whoever is serving, the jivas, the being, are worshipping the gods. So that became the motto of the Ramakrishna mission. If you can see God by closing your eyes, can't you see God with open eyes? The same Swami Vivekananda said that if you can see God in the downtrodden, the oppressed, and the illiterate, and give them education, give them health care, give them self-confidence, that will be the greatest puja. So the complete new conception of Hinduism. The Hinduism in the medieval time, because of different reasons, it became narrow, sectarian, and they were closing the door. So that had reason for that. But now it is not necessary. So it is expanding. Actual, original Hinduism is embracing each and everything. Why? On the basis of the realization. What is the realization? Everything is nothing but God. Where from we got it? Only from the Vedanta, of course. Also from the Bhakti Shastra, from the books of devotion, like our Bhagavata. The Krishna is everything. So those who are worshipping Krishna also should consider that you should not close their mind, because the God is everything. Whomever you see is nothing but your God. This keeping in mind, we should have to have the practice. As Ramakrishna listened to the hymn, he went into Samadhi. Friends, we have to remember the mind is so pure. There is nothing that can take the mind away. When we are talking, when we are listening, when we are sitting alone, our mind is jumping from one place to another, from one thought to another thought, constantly. Even at the time of meditation also, majority of the people, that is the problem, why the mind is constantly changing, because that is natural. So we have to practice to control the mind. Sri Ramakrishna will say that. He went into Samadhi. Samadhi means absolutely merging into the idea. What is that idea? Krishna is everything. Krishna Krishna Mahayogim Tamadya Purusha Para Vyakta Vyakta Idam Vishyam Rupam Te Brahmana Vidu. Vyakta Abhyakta, even the stone, even the trees, even everything is nothing but that Krishna. That Krishna we have to feel, consciousness. Can that be only a person standing with the flute? No. That is not Krishna. That is only one part of Krishna. If you like to worship, worship. But that is everywhere. So the moment we are having the hatred, that is why Swami Vivekananda said, Ramakrishna mission sadhus very clearly, they should not get involved into politics or any social movement, nothing. Because you become a monk, your focus is to see the oneness. And you go to the social movements or the politics particularly, you see differences. That is their group, it is our group, that is their camp, it is our camp. How can you become a monk and a politician at the same time? Because the whole thing is completely different. Monk means focus on oneness. And when I am helping others, why should I have to have the power of ruling in my hand to help? I can help in different way. Even the prayer is a great source of help. Most of the people, they don't understand. Prayer also has a great power to help others. Why we go and touch the feet of the seniors? Why we become humble before others? Why we like to develop friendship with others? Because all their good thoughts will protect me. When the seniors are thinking, oh, this child is very good, very well cultured, very sober, their good thoughts is coming as a blessing to you, and all your bad things are going away. That is the prayer. That's why there's a long tradition of the Hindus, particularly in Indian Peninsula, India people, to go and touch the feet of the seniors, to bow before them, to get the blessings. Now, why it is necessary? I know the computer, I have all knowledge, and all this ego, of course you can have, but there will be a lot of other restrictions. And you have to fight in every step. But these blessings, these prayers, these wishes, that will remove all the obstacles in a very subtle way. That is called culture. After long practices, they develop this. So Ramakrishna, his mind is merging into samadhi, because the moment he heard the God is everywhere, he is samadhi, means he also merges in that consciousness. He remained standing. Pandit was sitting. The master placed his foot on the Pandit's lap and chest and smiled. This is a very special blessing that Sri Ramakrishna gave to very few people. When he was very happy with someone, because that Pandit is so blessed, he was not knowing who is Sri Ramakrishna. But he liked the conversation. Why? Because his mind was also tuned with that spirituality. That this world is not good, this world is all temporary. So he was thinking of God, and the moment he was thinking in that way, that tuned with the God, and Sri Ramakrishna, the God himself in human form, he is blessing him. Now in the Western world, in the civilized world, why he should touch like that? Touching the chest with his feet? Who is he? So that is, now, if you don't like, don't go. But the thing is, it is not he's touching with the feet, because that is the Vishnu Charana. We believe in that way. If the Vishnu Charana, he is touching in that way, immediately that the Pandit is so happy. Sri Ramakrishna is smiling. He is touching his on the lap and then on the chest. He touched his holy feet and he's smiling. the Pandit's life completely changed and he will get the liberation, no doubt at all. But those who are bogged down with the desire won't understand this. You need not to. You can wait for some more time. But those who are practicing spirituality, you will understand if special blessings are coming, well, I am trying my best to go beyond this Maya. And the Maya, that power, is used by the God only. And the God is taking away his Maya. I am becoming free. And what will happen? Joy, happiness, bliss. And that is the goal. In human life, what we want? Only happiness. And everything that we do, only with that idea, I should be happy. But I don't know how I will be happy. So that is why the Pandit clung to his feet and said, "O Guru, please give me God consciousness." Look at it. He didn't say, "Give me blessings that I will be successful, I will have the wealth, He never prayed for that. He said, "O Guru." Guru means the one who is removing the darkness. Darkness means ignorance. Ignorance means understanding this world as permanent. So this he say, "O Guru, please give me God consciousness." The moment I have the God consciousness, I am living in this world, but without any attachment. How happy I will be. So that he mentioned. After the Pandit had left the room, Sri Ramakrishna said to him, "Don't you see that what I have said is coming to pass? Now, today, I mark that as a subject. Those who have sincerely practiced meditation and japa must come here." The meditation and japa. Japa and meditation. The japa means taking the holy name of God constantly. Why? To counter the other thoughts. Why Guru gives the mantra. What is that mantra? Traditionally practiced it, and as because the faith and knowledge combined entered into that particular sound, it becomes powerful. That's called bija. Bija means the seed. When a seed is kept in the earth and slowly it is sprouting, similarly, the bija is also going to the mind, constantly sprouting. And when it sprouts, it is meditation. So meditation and japa, actually japa is purifying our mind. Again, just for a reminder, purification means take away all the worldly thoughts, temporary thoughts, and clean our mind from that, and we become spiritual. And meditation, concentration on God only. And whenever I get that, God's blessing comes. Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna so clearly is mentioning it. Those who have some narrowness, they will think, why Sri Ramakrishna, my Guru? They may think there's no problem. But Sri Ramakrishna is the God himself in the present age. And he is giving the blessings to those, not that this man, that man, this caste, that caste, nothing like that. Whoever will practice japa, japa means the holy name of God received from a proper guru, and by that way countering the worldly thoughts, and slowly the mind become purified, then mind become concentrated on God, and then God will reveal. So this Pandit, he showed that over there, and Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning, those who have sincerely practiced meditation and japa must come here. Nowadays the meditation has become a craze. All people are practicing meditation. And after this thing, I practice 5 minutes meditation, then I go to work. I say, what is that meditation? Just keeping the mind little free from the other thoughts. So sometimes they will be focusing on one particular thing. As the students who used to practice keeping a red mark on the wall, white wall, you have to concentrate on that, constantly focusing on that particular and forgetting everything, including the wall. Only you see that is the practice of meditation. That is good also in the beginning. And when you are lying down on the bed, maybe on your back, and then you are thinking, you have come out of your body and you are watching your body lying there. Have you seen that? Have you seen yourself? Instead of seeing in the mirror, if you can see that you are standing by the side of the bed and watching you are lying down, your face, your hands, your feet, that is also meditation. Meditation means focusing on some object. Then you can meditate on particular thought, some idea. But here the meditation means thinking of God. And God means love. And when we can think of love, unselfish love, when our mind is free from attachment, when our mind can become free, when our ego is lessened. How the ego will go away? When we discriminate, when we do the analysis. What is this ego? As in the beginning itself we were discussing, is this body? It cannot be. Body is changing. Is this the mind? It cannot be. It is changing. That I, the ego, I am so and so. What is this ego? So when we discriminate in that way, we come to know it is actually a wrong notion. Unnecessarily, we are superimposing ourselves, and then we are bound by that and suffering. Oh, he didn't give me that proper respect, and she didn't do this, that. All I am imagining and suffering. Did you notice the children? They don't care about that. Wherever they go, the 3 years, 4 years children, oh, this is the room. They will start playing and touching this and taking that, and they are completely free. Why? That I sense has not come. If you ask the name, they won't like to say, because the body and the particular name has not got the association. They are free. That's why sometimes people say they are the images of God. That means they are free from ego. So what is God? Something which is completely free from ego. And when there is no ego, how he will be or she will be? L-O-V-E, love. And that is why we love children. Whoever may be, whatever may be the religion, whatever may be the caste, whatever, a little baby, little children, everyone like them, because there is no ego. And when there is no ego, there is nothing but love. So God is love. I will get the attention, I will get everything, I will get love if I can remove my ego. But we don't think in that way. We try to impose our ego on others and force that you must respect me, you must love me. So that because of that we suffer. Here Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is mentioning that those who have sincerely practiced meditation and japa must come here, come to God. It was 10 o'clock. Sri Ramakrishna ate a little and pudding and then lay down. He asked Aim to stroke his feet. A few minutes later, he asked the disciple to massage his body and chest gently. He enjoyed a short nap. Then he said to Aim, "Now go to sleep. Let me see if I can sleep better when I am alone." He said to Rakhal, meaning Aim, and Rakhal may sleep in the room. Rakhal means afterwards Swami Brahmananda, and Aim the Master Mahashaya. In these few lines, if you have noticed, he asked Aim to stroke his feet. A few minutes later, he asked the disciple to massage his body and chest. It is the same aim, same Master Mahasaya. This time he is mentioning as disciple. The disciple means same Master Mahasaya, and he enjoyed the short nap, and afterwards he asked and that he should go. That means Master Mahasaya and Rakal, that means our Raja Maharaj, they were allowed to sleep in the same room. It was Friday, August 28. It was dawn. Sri Ramakrishna was awake and meditating on the Divine Mother. On account of his illness, the devotees were deprived of his sweet chanting of the Mother's name. Sri Ramakrishna was seated on a small couch. He asked him, "Well, why have I this illness?" We will discuss this maybe in our next class. Any question?
Well, there are 4 questions. Vijay is asking, when will there be silence and no questions left to answer anymore in my mind?
The good question, Vijay. And the many classes I didn't get your questions. You became silent. That means you are getting the happiness. So when you are completely successful in achieving God realization, then there will be no question, there will be silence. So that is as Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna gave an wonderful example, that when you are taking water from the pond, a pitcher will make sound because the air is there. So the water is going and forcing the air to come out, so that makes the sound. When it will be full with the water, it will never make any sound. At this moment, questions are there, doubts are there, discussions are there, readings are there, searchings are there, because it is empty. When the knowledge will fulfill our mind completely, it will be fill up by that knowledge, then there will be no doubt, no question, and no, there will be complete silence and happiness. Happiness is the ultimate thing. We have to understand that. Thank you.
Sushmita Boshu is asking, at present I am facing a problem which is time management between my dharma and singing. After my Diksha, I prefer to read Kathamrita or Mother's books and see your and my Guru's videos. How to manage time?
Sushmita, I do not know what is actually your routine, but the thing is, you have to take out. But one thing you can do, that is, you can constantly go on taking the name of God. Suppose you are cooking, you are walking, and you are driving. All those times you can take the name of God. That is possible. And listening to the talks, that also nowadays, you can use it, the radio in the car, you can listen to the talk, but careful about it. When you are free, suppose some days, a long weekend, you don't have the work, then you can do that. And about the song, through the song, when you are singing, if you are meditating on the meaning of those words, particularly the bhajans, they will help you to develop meditation. So that is also a wonderful way you can do. Don't worry about that. Time will come. God will give you the opportunity to concentrate and to develop your meditative life. At this moment, whatever the responsibility, do that and pray to God. And pray to God, even if you are praying for a minute or two, that will also be all right. Because God looks at the mind. It's not what people are doing. And when the God will notice that your mind is anchoring to take the name of God, God will be happy for sure.
SPM Mukherjee is asking a 2-part question. Is it possible to know your Ishta Devata through meditation or japa? I have not taken Diksha. How to know who my Ishta is? Part 1.
That the Ishta Devata means the God that you love. And sometimes the gurus, they can see the Ishta Devata, and they can always, one American gentleman, and he was a great writer. Then he came to Swami Vivekananda as a young boy. He was, there's a beautiful story is there. That as a young boy, he was drowning. When he was under the water, suddenly he saw, he was thinking that I am going to die. Suddenly he saw that Swami Vivekananda, he was not knowing Vivekananda, he saw the Vivekananda's that standing before him and just blessing him. Then somehow he was saved and he grew up. Many days after he saw Swami Vivekananda in America, he went to Vivekananda, told him about that. Vivekananda also noted, and he said, I like to make you my guru. Then Vivekananda said, no, I am not your guru. Your guru will come and you will get initiation from him. Then Swami came from India, and ultimately he took initiation from him. These stories are there, but it is all very rare. But general devotees, if they go and take the initiation, particularly in our order we have seen, all the gurus, they don't consider themselves guru. We always say our guru is Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. That is the power which will give you the mukti, liberation. No ordinary person can do. And what we are then? We are actually giving you the connection with that supreme power. In between, somebody who is giving you the connection. Real Guru is Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna. So if you believe, you read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna, you read the biography of Ma Saradamani, and if you feel that this is the life that can really, you can love them, respect them, meditate on them, then you can go to any Ramakrishna mission, Swami. If you are in America, then any center in America, or in India, you have to go to, there are 5 Swamis are there, the president and the vice president Swamis. You can take the initiation. And after the initiation, you will feel that this is your Ishta. Because that way only we can help you. And you will also get the blessings. And if you wait for the Guru to come, I do not know, because that is the rare, that previous life, perhaps you have done a lot of tapasya. For them, this type of things happen. Otherwise, it is better that we read. Nowadays, it is so easy to read, to understand, to know, and listen about Sri Ramakrishna. It's a beautiful life, only praying for others, helping others, loving others. Why should we not accept him? What is God? Nothing but love. And we see a person who is loving only. Why can't we? And there is no ego. There is no selfishness. Then why not him? So by that way, if you can think, I think that will help you. Thank you.
Second part question by him is it meditation or japa more helpful for purifying the mind?
See, japa and meditation. Always they say japa and meditation. Though here in the Kathamrita we read meditation and japa, the japa means the taking the name of God, and that is countering the other thoughts. Mind is full with different thoughts. And if you are, oh my God, Guru has asked me to repeat this at least 108 times, I should not. So think in other way, I should repeat this. Beginning you are doing, then it becomes double, then 1,000, then 2,000. Then Ma Sharadamani Devi said, can you repeat 10,000, 15,000 times? Then your mind will automatically become pure and it will calm. So the 10,000 or 15,000 we are repeating, Maybe there, sometimes when you are free, you are going on taking the name of God, then you can complete 10,000, 15,000. And slowly, not one day, you have to continuously doing it. Then you will develop love for that, and it will become nothing but a force inside the mind. You won't think anything. And mind will be full of joy and calm. And that means it has become purified, and that will help you to meditate on your Ishta Devata, Ishta Devi, the chosen ideal. And when you are meditating, you will see that within your heart. And once you see that, it's so full of joy. You won't want anything else in this world. Thank you. Please try, and may God bless you.
Shomin Das is asking, I am a householder. When will the worldly thoughts go away? I have to look after my family, which is also my duty. I want to immerse myself in spirituality, but bonding to family is not allowing.
Don't think them as your family. Think them that they are the different forms of gods and goddesses. So when you are thinking in that way, in a positive way, that's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he mentioned so many times, everything is nothing but God. And those who are criticizing, they are also helping us, making us alert that I should not make any mistake, because there is a person who is constantly observing me. So by that way, you are getting positive thoughts. Don't think you are a householder. Think that you are doing your duty. And the duty is to serving these particular people. Now, when we joined in the Ramakrishna mission, then they asked us to go to school and look after the 50 children or 25 boys in the hostel. Many brahmacharis in the different institutions, they're looking after 25 boys, or looking after the kitchen, or looking after the vegetable garden. There are Swamis, you go to Lemont, looking after the cow sheds, cows. That is the worldly thing, but when they are working over there, they are thinking, I am doing God's job. Same way, if you can just think strongly, you need not to announce every time, but if you think that my father, my mother, my wife, my children, my relatives, everything, that everyone who are there, I have to serve them and make them happy because they are the manifestation of God. You see, the whole thing is change. Attitude only. If you think in that way, that will be the karma yoga. And when you are practicing that karma yoga, your mind will be purified. Staying in the family life also, you will develop spiritual power. That's for sure. That is the beauty of Hinduism. You need not to worry about that. Thank you. Okay, friends, thank you for very good questions, wonderful questions. And let us conclude with this stotra. Niranjanam nityam anantarupam bhaktanukampa dhrita vigraham vai Ishabhataram parameshamidyam tvam Ramakrishnam shirasa namamaha. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat. Sri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.